Day in the life. Being a Kelly Sports franchisee, what does it look like? When do you start? When can you expect to finish? And what are you doing during the day?
I guess it depends a lot on the size of the zone that the person has taken over. To start with, talking about the new franchisee that's in Mornington, I guess the zone has definitely not reached its full capacity on what its potential could be. So
Hmm.
that franchisee will be doing quite a lot of hands-on coaching because the biggest wage in our industry is the biggest expense in our industry is wages. So if you're
Yeah.
saving money on wages, on coaches and doing the sessions yourself, obviously you're ticking a few boxes there, saving a few dollars. But most importantly, when you're a zone like the Mornington Peninsula, which is so much potential, that franchisee is getting their brand and their quality of coaching across to the schools and the centers that they're delivering sessions at. So word of mouth should spread pretty quickly. Hey, if you
Yep.
come on board, you're not getting any old average coach. You're getting the boss. You're getting the franchisee who in this instance actually has a lot of experience in PE and has a teaching degree and wanted a business change, a lifestyle change. So come across to Kelly Sports. So the experience that franchisee has in coaching is arguably second to none. And as we all know, if you're on the ground yourself, you're delivering most of the time an 11 out of
Yep.
10 session and as close to perfect as you want it. So you can be driving that recruitment yourself. And if you're doing a good job at one center, it's a very
Yep.
small, close-knit community. Most of the time, you'll be getting other business through that as well. So a day in the life of, if I say for the new franchisee would be, depending on how many sessions, would be coaching those sessions themselves. So it might be going to a kinder in the morning, doing an hour or two there, depending on the agreement and the contract that's in place.
Yep.
You probably have a bit of downtime with admin.
Yep.
A lot of the time, depending on the sessions and where they're located in your zone, there may be time to go back to your home office to work, or whether it's working on the move. It's a lot of dependent on the location of the sessions throughout the day.
Yep.
So either working from the home office or from your car, which early days was my office,
Yep.
and with everything in there, and you're basically just going from session to session, trying
Yep.
to do things in between. Now that can change, I guess, depending on where you are. For example, you might be in an area where you've got a couple of hours between sessions, and you go, you know what, I'm going to pop into these new schools and new centers and introduce myself. I'm in the area, it makes sense. I might be following up from an email I sent them last week anyway to offer them a free session to hopefully get more business, things like that. So between sessions, you're recruiting, you're marketing, you're advertising, you're maybe setting up your upcoming holiday program. Yeah, you might be hiring new staff, going through training and induction with them. As the franchisee grows and the number of programs grows in their zone, they'll probably become less heavily reliant on the coaching themselves because they realize they need to bring in qualified, experienced staff to then develop, grow, so that they can then pass on, take over the programs so that franchisee can continue to grow.